who we are. The now, that which is the full present, encompasses all of that. You see, it encompasses all of that reality. And so, the experiencing the remembering of past and the projections of the future, they're all part of an ongoing story, as I said. So the story is happening in its fullness, in its fullness now. And so all of the traditions, they do talk about the reminding, being reminded of the past. But reminding is a process of stepping into the now. It's like, if you examine the word to remind, to bring your mind back, to remember, you see, to become whole, and so it is about how you relate to the past, present, and future, you see. And the way that happens is that you are reminded, you remember, you are, you become mindful. And so it's the now that brings all of that together, you see. And so we are beings that encompass all of that.
In the past, you spoke to me about manifestation and a reality in which we call things into being, and the opposite of that is being a default reality.
Ah, yeah.
Can you speak a little bit more about the default reality?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, it's like what I referred to as the default reality is kind of the world as we find it. So if we did no meditation, no introspection, nothing that would further our development or our awareness in any way, well, we pretty much get the reality that is handed to us, or that we find ourselves in. So this is kind of the default reality. And the default reality may be comfortable, or it may be very, very uncomfortable. There might be a lot of things unpleasant about it. So the idea is that as we examine ourselves, like our true nature, through meditation, reflection, self-development, and such, we begin to get choices that are other than the default reality, you see. And when we get the choices that are other than the default reality, we are at that point engaging our divine nature, you see. And the divine nature is about that free will. It is about that sense of the sovereignty of the soul. We begin to choose and create and co-create and become part of evolution, become part of development. We become, as Gandhi would say, part of the solution. You see, life at that point gets much more interesting and positive and good as we engage and kind of step beyond that default reality.
So speaking to you and learning from different spiritual traditions, I feel that I've learned a lot about life. Like I feel like I'm acting and thinking from a different place, but often I feel like the people around me, they're not coming from the same place, and I'm often trying to convince them or show them the light, and I feel a lot of frustration with that.
Yeah. Well, it's very frustrating, or it can be, if you're stepping onto a particular path of awareness and self-examination, and you see that other people aren't doing it with you, and you feel like, oh my goodness, I need to share this. I need to like show my friends and family or whatever what I'm seeing. But I feel like, in an ultimate sense, that people are on the path. Everybody in their own way is on this a spiritual path, and every person is really making their choices. Even if they're making the choice to remain in the default reality, they're still making a choice. And I believe that human choice is sacred. Whatever people choose is fine. But what you would impart that would have the most impact would be kind of the true joy of your experience. You see, it is joy on the soul level that kind of cuts through. So your job is to really be yourself and enjoy yourself. You see, and enjoy engaging in your growth and appreciating the fullness of your development. That is the most powerful communication that can happen, because people are going to do what they're going to do. But if you present an example of another choice through your own life, through your own experience, that is going to have the greatest effect on the world and your experience. And